Walters for Grimsby. And as the Grimsby captain, he's really got to inject some life into their side now, if there's any hope at all. This is Stone. He's gone on his outside. And it's Kilmore. But West Ham really putting together their best football at the moment. Goddard. Kevin Moore doing well for Grimsby. The cross is there again to find Goddard. And that'll be a free kick. Kevin Moore the culprit. Brooking's free kick. Wellington's header away. Rush on for Stone. This is Waters. A little bit tight for Stone. And Brooking's there again. But Brolly denying him this time. And indeed being awarded the free kick. I think it's fair to say he agreed with that decision by the referee. Cross under it again and turn on for Neighbour. Brooking back to Holland. And now Brooking. And Holland was just offside when he received the ball. Meanwhile, Grimsby are about to make a substitution. And the man who's going off, looks as though he's carrying a knock, is Gary Liddell, replacement for last season's top scorer Bob Cumming, and he'll be replaced by John Steeples, who comes on for his league debut. A winger, he's only 20 and came from non-league football in the close season. So Steeples on and Liddell off. Kilmore on for Drinkle. This is Stone. Drinkle again. Now Brolly. Walters trying to return the ball. A good interception by Bonds. They've still got a bit of work to do to get out of this situation. And did so well. Proving a handful for Moore, and the ball breaks for Brooking. Well, I suppose few players would have had the audacity and indeed the skill to try a chip from there, but Trevor Brooking tried it, and in the end it wasn't very far over the Grimsby crossbar. Bounce of the ball beating Martin, but Lampard was right behind him. Pike's header. This is Stone for Grimsby. Brolly. Mitchell. Brolly again. Grimsby. Drinkle turning quickly and earning the free kick for that challenge by Alvin Martin. Free kick will be indirect. Tap short for Brolly. Todd saves it and misses it. And Grimsby have pulled one back through Stone. So, as the game moves into the final minute, John Stone making the most of Phil Park's misfortune there. The free kick, tapped short for Brolly. He drove it really hard through the crowd of players. Although Parks stopped it, he couldn't hold on to it, and when it ran loose, Stone was there to hit it into the roof of the net, and Grimsby at least gets some reward, and that's the first time in 6 away games they've managed to score. Steeples. Oh, I wonder, could Grimsby have a surprise up their sleeves here? Well into time added on for stoppages. So who would have believed that West Ham would, in the end, be holding on for the second point? But indeed, they've done just that. And 2 goals by David Cross, who was the first man to disappear from the field down the players' tunnel, have earned 2 more points for West Ham. It's their 11th consecutive win here at Upton Park this season. And Grimsby Town continue to find life hard, having won promotion in successive seasons. They're now firmly rooted in the bottom half of the second division. But that late goal by Stone will at least give them some consolation, and a final score of West Ham 2, Grimsby Town 1.
Well, there it is, 2 goals from David Cross, bringing his total to 18 for the season so far. And while David keeps scoring, West Ham look unstoppable. But extraordinarily, the records in previous years indicated that David finds it much harder to find the net after Christmas. In 5 of the last 7 seasons, he scored 44 up to Christmas and only 16 afterwards. And in an attempt to unravel the mystery, Alan Parry took it up with David, as well as discussing yesterday's match.
Well, David, that's 18 goals now, a remarkable season. Why do you think it's going so well for you?
I don't honestly know. There's no particular reason why I should be scoring the goals rather than anybody else. Although in saying that, of course, Paul Goddard's got 8 or 9 this season. I just think, I've said it before, but I think it's true. We are a side who do create a lot of chances, and now that I've been here nearly 3 years, I know what to expect of the other players and when they're going to release the ball into the box. And very often I can anticipate crosses going in, and I think I've just been able to take advantage of that this season. It may just be a coincidence that I've scored a lot up till now.
Well, the first goal was as the result of a player who really came into the side only because of injury, Paul Brush.
Yes, Paul came into the team on Wednesday in Romania, and he did very well for us, and he played the full game today. And I can vaguely remember that he had the ball and was tackled, and he kept his ground and got up and crossed a great ball in for me, and really it was just a matter of me nodding the ball into the net because the defender was lost.
Trevor Brooking came back into the side today, and you had one fine link-up between you down the right wing.
Oh yes, well, Trevor can read me now, I suppose, as well as I can read him, so it's just a matter of getting on with it.
We noticed you at one point talking and laughing with somebody in the crowd, and you seem to accept the referee's decisions with a smile on your face as well. You seem to be really enjoying your game.
Well, I try to. I mean, it's very hard to enjoy football as it is at the moment because it's very hard. I find it a hard job. It doesn't come easy to me. So I try to get myself in a situation where I can score a couple of goals and then start enjoying it. And luckily this season that's worked out for me.
Well, now, you won't thank us for this, but somebody's looked back through the records, and it appears that over the last few seasons, your goal-scoring record has dropped off remarkably after Christmas. So, did you know about that?
Yes, it's something I've been aware of. Last season I scored about a dozen goals up till Christmas and then got a bad injury that kept me out for about 2.5 months. So obviously, it was difficult for me to pick up where I left off once I came back from the injury. But it's something I've been aware of in the past, and it's something obviously I've got to work at.
Why do you think it is then?
I don't honestly know. As we were saying before, it's very difficult to put your finger on why things should happen. I mean, if I knew why things should happen, then I would have scored a lot more goals throughout my career. But it's difficult to pinpoint. Perhaps I don't work as hard in the second half of the season as in the first, and obviously that's something I've got to put right.
Well, David Cross's goals enabled West Ham to move within a point of Notts County, who drew at home to Derby. Chelsea's 1-0 win over Oldham kept them in 3rd place, and the top 3 have now opened a 3-point gap on Swansea, Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday.